Welcome. I am so excited to be here today with Amy to talk to you about her journey out of education. Good morning, Amy. How are you today?
Hi, Cindy. I'm doing really well. It's great to see you again.
I know I'm so happy to be here with you today. So tell everybody, what did you do before? What was your job in education?
So, I was a music educator for 33 years.
That's a long time.
It is. The last 30 of them were at the same school at a middle school. Um, yeah, so that has been my entire adult life. Ever since graduating from college, I have been in the classroom as a music educator.
So it must have been somewhat challenging and overwhelming to even think about what can I do outside of the school because your whole life has been inside of school. You've
Yeah.
been a student and that you've been a student and then became a teacher.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And, I knew that this was a change that I wanted to make for some time, but I really wasn't quite sure how to get there. I knew that I had skills and I knew that I was bright and had achieved a lot in my position, but I didn't know how to translate it. And I had even tried on my own for the previous year before working with you to to figure this out on my own. And I had
Real life.
real life, yes. I applied for so many different jobs and sent out so many resumes and cover letters, and I didn't get any interviews, nothing. And it was a pretty discouraging process 2 years ago, and it really made me doubt what I could bring into the workplace.
All that has changed.
I'm working for Maine Health, which is one of the largest employers in the state of Maine. They own pretty much the entire medical establishment from labs to hospitals to doctors' offices to physical therapy. And I am working at a physical therapy and sports performance center, which is 9/10 of a mile from where I live, which is such a wonderful benefit. I've never had such a short commute in my life. Um, and the people who are in my office are just very friendly and it's extremely relaxed. It's very low key. There is no pressure. And I am really, really enjoying the interaction with the patients that come in. And one of the unexpected bonuses for me in those interactions is a lot of my former students um, are patients there, or they're coming in for sports training. So, like, I'm still getting that taste of being with kids, but in a way where I have no responsibility at all.
How
Uh,
cool is that? And
yeah,
I
it's
just
really
want
neat.
everybody to hear that you went from being a teacher for 33 years, 30 of them in the same school, to now working for the biggest employer in the state of Maine in the health department. So absolutely, this is possible for teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. It was interesting when they were introducing me on my first day. The director of our region was on the call, and she introduced me actually not only by my name but as a former educator, and as a former national music educator, and that seemed to be a something that was impressive to her, which was nice for me to have that accolade carry over.
Isn't it? How is life better? I mean, the 9/10 of a mile commute sounds amazing. How else is life better?
It's funny, just some of the very little things. We have a water cooler, I guess, and it's cold and it's fresh, and I can have cold, fresh water whenever I want. I can leave my desk whenever I want to use the restroom. And for the first 2 or 3 weeks that I was working, I was shocked at how thrilling it was to be able to use the restroom and have water whenever I want. Because that's not something I've ever been able to do in teaching. Um, just something little like that. Um, the other things that have been, just really great is just how relaxed it is. I'm learning and getting very comfortable now with Epic, which is the medical software that the entire system uses, and feeling a lot more confident on that. I'm sleeping well. Uh,
Nice.
I'm
A
sleeping
lot
better.
of teachers talk about how they don't sleep, so much stress and Sunday scaries and
Yep,
not sleeping at night.
yep. I sleep now. I, for the first time in my entire adult life, other than school vacations, am able to enjoy my entire weekend. I can go out Friday night. I can go out Saturday night. I can go out Sunday. I can have my social calendar full for the first time in my entire adult life. I don't have any schoolwork that I have to do. I can go out on weeknights if I want. I've never had that.
So this new position has truly transformed your entire life.
Yeah,
I saw you this morning and I'm like, you seem so much happier,
I
so
am.
much calmer,
I am.
so much more peaceful. There's no stress, there's no anxiety.
No, there isn't. And that the gal that I work with is, we are side by side with our desks. She's been training me on all the software and everything. And there's so much humanity and flexibility. I had a situation where I had to make some phone calls in the middle of the day one day. And I said, "Do you need me to like clock out and, deal with the PTO business?" She said, "Amy, no." She said, "Just go do what you need to. Don't worry about it." And, I would never have been able to do that in teaching.
No,
Never.
not at all.
I feel like I can breathe in a way that I have not been able to breathe in years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so, I mean, everybody listening must realize just the change. They can feel the stress that you felt before and see the relief that you have now and how much better your life is right now.
It really, really, really is. I have so much more peace um, inside. I was, concerned when I started, would I regret like leaving my teaching career behind? And there has not even been a flash moment of regret, not a second.
Wow.
Um, and I loved my students and I was very successful. And I did a wonderful job for a long, long time, but I didn't realize how much of myself I had lost.
That's a big statement. And it's okay to move on. It's okay to have that been an amazing time in your life and
Yep.
now say, I need and want something different and open up a new chapter of your life.
Yeah. I have
And just
balance that I've never had before, which is amazing.
that's really important. That's really important. Absolutely. So what was the journey like when we worked together? What did you get out of us being together?
I was thinking about this a little bit before we connected again this morning, and I think one of the things that really helped me was the structure. You provided me with a lot of structure. And as a teacher, I imagine many teachers thrive with structure, and I'm one of those people. So we had our weekly appointment, and in between each week, I had a goal or a series of goals. And that structure was incredibly helpful to me. Um, and the video lessons that you provide, the video modules were so helpful. And I know I've rewatched a number of them multiple times because they're just so full of really, really useful information. And a lot of that information too is very different, adjunct, not different, but adjunct to the work that we did each week. So it was really great to have those video lessons that I could call upon in between our sessions, have the structure of meeting every week. And you gave me a lot of confidence. I was so overwhelmed with this process. I had tried it for a whole year on my own and been unsuccessful. And you gave me so much confidence, and you were able to look at my accomplishments in my career and help me to find the right words for each individual position that I was applying for. And that was something that I had not been able to do on my own. Um, that was really, really sh- a remarkable shift for me to be able to look at the work that I did and to put it into context of how that could be valuable in multiple roles, not even just one role. Um, yeah, I think the structure and the confidence, and there were times where I had like, multiple interviews coming up or I was trying to write a new resume and a new cover letter and trying to decide if this particular job was one that I was qualified for. And all of these things were kind of swirling around. And at times I would feel overwhelmed and struggle a little bit with how to prioritize the next step. And you were so helpful in helping me to clarify what was the next right thing to do. And it really eased up a lot of the overwhelm and the stress that I had about, okay, I can do this, and just here's the next step.
Thank you. Yeah, it was awesome. You did have a lot of interviews. And I remember there were like 0 interviews before we met, and then there were a lot of interviews, and I remember distinctly telling you to
Yeah,
think big, and
yeah,
realize what you could do, and stop thinking that you were only a teacher and just a teacher, and that you had to come in at some, entry level for something, and realizing that you could do a lot.
yeah, yep. I do have a lot of skills. It was a matter of seeing how they transfer and how to put it into context of a different environment.
Exactly. Exactly. So, what would be your advice for anyone who is looking to make a career pivot, transition out of teaching, return to the workforce? What would your advice to them be?
I think pay attention first of all to your own instincts. Because if your instincts are telling you it's time to go, then it's time to go.
Yeah,
So that would be the first thing. And then, I think I wish I had found you the year before. Um, I really think it would have moved the process along. But things happen for a reason. But I'm so grateful that I found you because you were exactly the person that I needed.
thank you.
Um, Being able to change my resume and change my cover letter and understand the process of how to do it um, was really, really important for me. And you gave me so much confidence to be able to apply for a job that I wasn't sure that I could have the skills for, that I could put the words on paper. And, there was this one job that I had applied for with a global health agency. And, that's completely out of my
Right,
background.
right.
And, that resume and cover letter that I put together for that job was something I was incredibly proud of. I had an interview. I made it to the final round. I didn't get the position, but I still felt like that was a such a big accomplishment to be able to make it as far as I did in a field that I didn't have any knowledge, um, any formalized knowledge.
Right, right.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
just gave me so much confidence.
Yeah, and I have to compliment how hard you worked when we were together, right? Sometimes life gets busier. We all have that. And we were working together at a time that happened to be very busy in your life. And you had a lot of other things to manage and handle. And you did it with grace and you did it with pride and you just rose to the occasion. Um, and did what you had to do to achieve these goals. And I'm just so proud of the work that you put in and where you are and how much you love your new job. And the knowledge that you have the skills to take this and continue to grow.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I definitely feel that, and that was that period of time for me could have been one where I just threw in the towel.
That
Um,
was a tough time. Yeah.
it was a tough time, and it would have been an easy moment to stop applying for jobs and to just kind of wait until the circumstances passed. Um, but you encouraged me and you gave me a lot of strength. You really, really did. It was exactly what I needed, and anytime I have the opportunity to sing your praises, I am more than happy to because I'm so grateful that I met you, especially when I did.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that we were together and I couldn't be more proud of you. I wish you continued success and I know that you'll achieve it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cindy.